Привіт, мене звуть Таня. А як тебе звуть? So in Ukrainian it means like, hi, my name is Tanya. What's your name? And this is how the most important conversations in my life are happening or starting usually. So um, I am serving in Campus Ukraine, which is affiliated ministry to Campus Ukraine for 9 years. And I have joined this ministry being non-believing student, and just one girl from campus ministry knocked my door, and that's how it all started. I'm originally from Western Ukraine, which has more this Orthodox and Catholic surrounding. And then I moved to Kyiv. There I became being believer, and then I moved to Dnipro to serve as a minister, and now I am back in Kyiv. And that's like a little bit of geography, and for you to have this image how Ukraine looks like. Ukraine usually is perceived like an Orthodox country. So before war started, we had officially we had around 70% of Christians there, but actually, unfortunately, Orthodox Christian, there are some very good Orthodox priests in Ukraine, but usually it is perceived more formally, so people do not really understand who God is there, and questions they discuss are like, should I kiss this icon first or this icon of the saint first? What is the right way to stand or to sit at this moment? So Christianity is perceived as very formal, very like religion with a lot of rules you should follow, and that's actually what restricts people from God, because they feel like, oh, I cannot feel like follow all these rules. I do not like to live like this. So sorry, I will not be a Christian. So most of the people in Ukraine, they usually are atheists or agnostics, or they say like, I believe in everything, whatever you will say, I will believe in that. So what is we are doing there as a Campus Ukraine? We want to spiritual leaders among the young people, young adults, to stand up and become leaders for the different spheres in Ukraine, for medicine, for politics, for teaching, for all the spheres of our lives. And to reach that, we do like mainly three things. This is to win these students for Christ. Then second is to build them as Christ's followers, and third is to send them, like to equip them wherever God will send them. So to explain what is to win students, I will introduce Kate to you. I wish she were here because she speaks English better than I do. And so I met Kate a year ago, the spring year ago, and at the time she has her strong opinion how she should live her life, and she was not this student who seemed very needy. She had a good family. She behaved very like boldly. She knew, like she behaved like she knows everything. And when I started presenting the Christianity to her, she told me like, well, Tanya, it's all so cool, but it is impossible to survive in this world without bribing and fighting for your place and doing your best and not really paying too much attention on others because no one is caring about you. And I want to say that in next Sunday, she will be baptized in our church. And that really breaks my heart, because it's just like what God has done to her life. And we had a lot of different meetings with fight and with hugs, with all kinds of conversations. And when I asked her, like, okay, Kate, what drove you to become a Christ follower? She told me that it's impossible to be a good person in this world. It will destroy you totally. They will use you. But if God paid such a big price for me, He died for me. How can He not protect me from the evil? He's the only place I found rest and hope. Yeah. Um, so this is like God is. I just want to encourage all of Christians that God is working even midst of like all the destroy and war in Ukraine. And what we are doing next, we are trying actually. We are trying to involve these students into reaching other students. And how it works, first we invite them to these big events, because usually students are afraid of churches, especially non-Orthodox churches. So we try first to just let them know about us, then invite them to the smaller settings, discussion groups, and then we invite them for these personal meetings to know each of them personally and know what are they fighting with in their lives, to know what are they thinking about the Jesus, what are their trouble to understand or perceive that. And we have all kinds of events and all kinds of advertising laying just on the ground, like to get their attention somehow. And it works, this one was worked well. And after they repent, actually, we try to invest into them. We help them find the church they can serve and be a part of. And we help them to mentor other people around them and help others to come to Christ. So you can see Vika, she is my disciple. And few weeks ago, she just written me that, hey, Vitalia, her non-believing student from English club, Vitalia just repented. We were sitting on the stairs somewhere and crying together, and she repented. And she became, Christ follower. And now she teaches Vitalia how Vitalia can influence her classmates and roommates. So, I hope that someone will be in front of this question mark, someone's face. And third thing we are doing, we are trying to equip people to be servants wherever they are, and they can, like, maybe God will call them to start other ministry in their city, as it happened to Masha and Roma, or to become a pastor, or to become all kinds of professions, but to be the light wherever God is sending them. And unfortunately, war came 3.5 years ago, and it changed our lives drastically, because you can see some statistics over here. But how our daily life looks like now is, you can see some people on the metro station. So if we hear this air raid, it's very loud. You cannot miss that. You just run. If you have some a hidden place nearby, some shelter, you should run there. And metro is good hiding place, so you can see all people of all the ages, with small babies, with pets, hiding there. Or if you have a lot of time to run there, you can hide in your corridor or bathroom, or somewhere with two walls. So it changed our ministry as well. On the one hand, students became more interested, because they can understand that their life are so fragile, and you can lost it in just one moment. So they became more open to talk on some eternal stuff, and to talk about whether God do exist or not. If yes, how you can find Him. So it's a good ground to talk about. But on the other way, they can be traumatized, and they can have a lot of hard, difficult questions sometimes. So we are trying to do events which can maybe more them with their trauma symptoms, and even involve them non-believing students to this help, like to package their humanitarian aid to those people who has bigger need than they, because it really helps them to be in the midst of this Christian work and see how really Christians interact in daily life, and it can influence because they can see love between Christian community. And actually, what is also I am involved in is a ministry for children on the south of Ukraine. So you may see the city of Kherson, which was deoccupied in November 2022, but it was deoccupied partly. So half of the city, red one, is still occupied, and the other part, green one, is deoccupied. So like you cross the river and you are on the occupied territory with all the warriors. And there are a lot of villages around with children, and unfortunately, because this region is economically struggling a lot because of daily bombing, many times per day they are bombed. Children there, they're not much under much care, because their parents, they are busy with providing them with some stuff, and children spend a lot of time inside houses because of bombing again. And we are trying to come there with a group of young people to play with these children, to prepare a very easy Bible lesson for them, to explain something about Christianity, and to do some workshops for them for them to be interested in their education, because a lot of them, they do not see a future like in front of them. They see all this destroy, and they are not very interested to move, like to live. So that's what we are trying to do, to help them feel seen, that we know them by their names, and if they come to college to my city, I'm waiting for her or for him there, and I will help them. And we want them to find this hope in Jesus. So that's actually briefly what is going on in our ministry there, and I see that God is working there in the midst of everything. He's working, He's fulfilling His job, and it's a great privilege for me to be a part of that, and and I really need some like team of partners and friends who can support me from different parts if God is leading them to become a part of this ministry. So if you are interested, you can support me in one of these ways. And yeah, I have a little table over there. Just if you're interested, you can come, and I will help. I will gladly tell you more about that ministry. But I really want to say thank you, thank your people, your church, your pastor for this open heart to the nations which are so distant, and you have so many your problems, like your own things to do, and you have this desire to pray and think and help others. It just like what God is doing, it amazes me, and I want to thank Him and thank you. That's it.